Hey guys, it's Cora again. I'm going to do a video today on the difference between the violin and the viola. So some of you have probably never even heard of the viola, and if you haven't, you're not alone, so it's totally okay. In the orchestra family, there's the violin, viola, cello, and bass. The most common are the violin and the cello. But today we're going to focus on the violin and the viola. They look basically the same. A lot of people don't know the difference, so that's why I'm going to talk about it. So this is a violin. It's tuned G, D, A, and E. And this one's a viola. You can see that they look basically identical. The viola, if you can tell, is bigger. And it is tuned C, G, D, A. So this is the violin and the viola next to each other. I'm going to talk more about the sizes in just a minute, but this is a full-size violin and this is a 15-inch viola. So you might be wondering, why have some people not heard of the viola, but they have heard of the violin? Well, the viola is usually going to be the harmony part, harmony chords in an orchestra, whereas the violin is going to be the main melody. They're going to have the solos most of the time. So that's why a lot of people have not heard of what a viola is. It's kind of just hiding in the background. It's a very beautiful, rich sound. So I wish more people knew about the viola, which is why I wanted to do a video on it. So right now I'm holding two violins. This one's a 1/32 size, this one's a full size. And that is how they measure violins. So you have 1/32, 1/16. It goes all the way up to like a 3/4, and a full size, which is a 4/4 size. So that's how they measure violins. And then I'm going to go into how they measure violas. All right, and now I'm holding two violas. This one's a 12-inch viola. This one's a 15-inch viola. So violas are measured in inches, smallest being like a 10-inch, but I've got a 12-inch here, so this is the smallest one that we have right now at Booth Music. A 15-inch is going to be a pretty common size. 15.5 to 16-inch is probably the most common size viola. And now I'm holding two violas. This one right here is a 12-inch viola. This one's a 15-inch viola. About a 15.5 to a 16-inch viola is going to be the most common size. The way they determine the inches is by the body. So this is 12-inch body, this is a 15-inch body. And you can also, if you have a small child that needs a really small viola, the smallest they get is about like 10 inches. This one's a 12-inch, it's the smallest one we have at Booth Music right now. But you can string a smaller violin as a viola if you need to. So if you have someone who's 2 and wants to play the viola and a 10-inch is still way too big, you can string a 1/32 violin as a viola. Okay, and in my hand I have a viola and a violin. They look exactly the same. This is a full-size violin and a 14-inch viola. So a full-size violin is equivalent to a 14-inch viola. All right, so another difference between violin and viola is the bows. So they're basically the same in size. There's not a whole ton of difference in the size unless it's a smaller viola. This is a 14 to 17-inch viola bow, and this is a full-size violin bow. You can see they're about the same length. I don't know if you can see that, but the difference is the violin has a straight edge, it's a right angle, whereas the viola's is curved. So that's how you can tell if you have the right bow. So if someone were to come into Booth Music and say, I want to play a stringed instrument, but I really don't care which one, I would demonstrate a violin and viola and kind of tell them that the viola is more of a rich sound. So if you're looking for something more rich and full, you're probably going to want to go with the viola over a violin. But if you're looking for something that's bright and fun and colorful, I would go with a violin. They're both equally beautiful, but they do different things. So it really depends on your preference. Do you want rich, full sound, or do you want bright, fun sound? So I'm going to demonstrate those different sounds that I was just talking about. First, I'm going to demonstrate the rich sound of the viola. So you can see how deep and low and rich that was. Next I'm going to demonstrate the violin and you'll see how much brighter it is. So you can definitely hear the difference between the rich, full viola sound versus the bright, high, fun violin sound. I hope this video was able to teach you the difference between the violin and viola and help you determine which one is best for you, and we'll see you next time.